Up you two not playing, I'm playing. But here we are off the dome. Once again, my name is Darcy. Here we speak off the dome. Today's topic is about the United States. I'm kidding, no USA, nah, bro. We're talking about why I left the US. If you don't know, if you don't subscribe to me, you don't like my videos. I live in Cali, Colombia. I've been here for 2.5 years now. I teach English, and I really don't want to go back to the United States. It's not really in my plans. If I have to, obviously, I have to. I take the L. But the goal is to leave completely. And it's tough to say that because my whole family is there. I'm here alone in Colombia. Obviously, I have some friends here, but most of my friends and family are in the United States, in Ohio, around the states, D.C., New York, Miami, and it's a tough decision to say that you're never really going to return, that you never really want to return. And people always ask you, "Oh, why? Like, why? It's so good there. It's so nice." And it is nice there. It's nice. There's lots of things that are good in the United States. It's a fair statement. Why can't it be the same for other places also? like like ever since I've been abroad, I've realized every place really is good. You know, when people are like, "Oh, I'm traveling here," and they travel, "Oh, did you like it? What you do? How was it?" Everyone, 99% of the time, everyone always has good experiences. They say, "Oh, the food was amazing," or they say, "Oh, the people were so nice, so warm, so welcoming." Like, obviously, you have those bad stories, and people see the bad stories bigger because it's bad, because it's negative. Humans, we focus on negative, the bad things. If you see 100 positive comments and one bad comment, you're gonna be like, why did she post that? Why is it a negative comment? So, for me, I understand every place is going to be amazing. If you have that intuition, if you have that belief that that place is going to bring you happiness, going to bring you peace, going to bring you good energy, then it's going to happen. So for me, it was easy because yes, United States is nice. So is Colombia. So is Spain. So is Brazil. All these places are amazing if you take the time to get to know people, know the culture, speak their language, eat their food, be in their presence. People are always going to be blessed to help, to speak to you, to teach you about their culture. That's always going to happen. And I have been grateful to see that happen in real life. And everyone knows United States right now is a little crazy, a little hectic. Trump, all this. I won't get into that, but for me, I really think United States is on the down. It's coming down. We're not doing the best as before. Many people expect China to be number one in the few coming years. I'm happy for China. Props to you. Hey, enjoy it. Enjoy being number one. We can't be number one forever. Someone has to take the reins, and China is that country. And I know that because China, no matter what city you look at, it's developed. It's developed. It's futuristic, and they care about their citizens in a way that the United States don't. You go to a random city in Ohio, a random city in the United States, it could be really underdeveloped. And as we are the number one country, and it's not developed, it's like, interesting. But if I go to China, go to a random city on Google Maps, looks like 2025, like looks like 2050, 2025, like that's not this year, bro. Looks like 2050, 2070. It looks crazy. And after seeing that, it's like, well, we have a lot of work to do, a lot more work than we think. Um, and I don't want to be around for that. Also as an educator, I have seen how the schools are in the United States, how the education is. And the majority of the students, I hate to say it, don't know how to read, don't know how to adapt, don't know how to create. They know how to react, they know how to play around. And the education system is failing. I'm not here to say like, oh, I know what to do. I'll be honest, it's tough. Who knows what to do with this technology that's coming so fast, rapidly changing, rapidly growing. It's tough to be able to know how to teach students these days, and um, it's just a lot. The parents also aren't really being the best. Maybe because of distractions, maybe because they also don't know, maybe because they don't care. So it's a lot of variables. It's a lot of variables, and I will say I am standing on business with my decision just because I've realized that being outside the states, being alone, I've learned a lot being alone also. Because if you're in the same environment all the time with the same family, you're really going to be like them, maybe mirror their actions. But when you're alone, you have no one to mirror. You have to figure out who you are as a person, figure out who you are as your authentic self. And living alone in Cali, I've been able to have that opportunity of learning who I am, learning what I like, learning how I feel in some situations. And I will never take that for granted, because if I was in Ohio, I would be a completely different person, which isn't a bad thing. But I feel like I'm a better person now because I had the chance to learn from within instead of learn from my environment. And I'm not here to say, oh, family is toxic, friends are toxic, be alone, be alone. No, because sometimes being alone is also a red flag. If you're alone too much, we as humans, we need that social interaction. We need to be around people. We need to be close to people, because if we're not, we're not using our full powers. That's all I can say. Like, we have superpowers. We all can talk. It's not crazy. Like, we all can talk, bro. Like, and if we're not using that, we're losing that part of ourselves. Um, and yeah, I feel like United States, a lot of people are closed-minded in the sense that, watching the news, a lot of people have fear of the outside world outside the United States. They think the United States is the best country ever. There's nothing better. The food's the best, people the best, city's the best, and they don't take time to explore other parts of the world because they're like, oh, it's dangerous there. Oh my God, South America. Oh my God, it's so dangerous. People die every day. People die every day in the United States. You know how many Okay, there's just so many reasons, but gun laws too. Gun laws are the reason I left too, because no one is going to improve as long as there are guns in the Constitution, and they love that gun law, bro. So they not removing that. And for me, guns are negative. So if we are carrying around guns, we're having this negative connotation of, oh, people are out to get me. You have to be ready. Who knows what's gonna happen? Protect yourself. Protect yourself from what? Like, why do we have to have this connotation of people are killing us? Like, I just don't understand the guns, and it's really keeping the United States from prospering as a country, because they are staying in this negative state of fear, of violence, and when you think you deserve to take someone's life, it's like you're not gonna be seeing enlightenment, So that's also why, and I feel like people aren't open-minded. Anytime people travel outside the United States, they're like, wow, it is actually amazing out here. Like, maybe I should leave, and they do leave. And I pray that if you have the chance to travel abroad, do it, 100%. Even if you're going to go broke, do it, because once you see how other cultures are, how other people are in their day-to-day, it's a blessing. It's truly a blessing. And so, for me, I have been so grateful to live abroad. And yeah, that's why I left. I love United States. I love my family, love my friends. But at the end of the day, there's many places where I could be happy. And why not try and see what life is like outside the States? If it's possible. If you have the remote job, you have money to travel, go for a month, a week, 2 weeks, learn a language, learn a culture. Try it. You never know. It could be better than you ever expected. And that's why I'll stop today. I love you guys. It's okay if you haven't traveled before. There's always time. And yeah, I love Cali, Colombia. I'm not saying it's a perfect city. I'm not saying it's not dangerous. I'm just saying it's different. Different but exciting. Different but fun. And I love it. So, yeah, that's what I'll say for now. Until next time on Off the Dome, if you don't already, like, comment, subscribe. Do you live in the States? Where do you live? Do you want to travel? Let me know. And I'll see you guys soon. Peace out.